Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and today is August the 26th. August the 26th, and I'm going to do your Just for Today in a meditation. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing good. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Very exciting day today. Today is a very exciting day for me. Today is my wedding anniversary, and today is my late mother-in-law's birthday. So I'm excited about finishing a video for our family on that side that they can look at. So I have a full day. I hope that you're doing good. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. I have so many things up here, so just excuse me. There we go. All right. What's the title? Oh, we've been talking about the 10th step all week, right? Okay, this is good. All right, 10th step inventory. And I want you to pay close attention because I sense that some of you are not understanding or, the fullness, like the complete benefit of doing a daily inventory every night. And far be it from you to tell anyone, but I definitely recommend journaling every day. But if you do it in the evening or maybe twice a day, but if you do it in the evening, let this be your 10th step work, right? And if you haven't gone over your 10th step with your sponsor, then I would recommend that you start reading up on the 10th step, right? And I would still recommend that you journal in the spirit of the 10th step so that you get in the habit of looking at your day. You can use that IP, Living the Program, but get in the habit of looking at your day and determining what about it was wonderful and what about it was not so wonderful that you might need to circle back and correct, right? That's how you live free. That's how you live free. Okay. You make sure there's no loose ends on your day. All right, let's look at this. It says we continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Step 10. A daily 10th step keeps us on a sound spiritual footing. While each member asks different questions, some questions have been found to be helpful to almost everyone. Two key 10th step questions are: am I honestly in touch with myself, my actions, and my motive? And have I prayed for God's will for me and the power to carry it out? These two questions, answered honestly, will lead us into a more thorough look at our day. When focusing on our relationships with others, we ask, have I harmed anyone today, either directly or indirectly? Do I need to make amends to anyone as a result of my actions today? We keep it simple in our inventory if we remember to ask, where was I wrong? How can I do it better next time? NA members often find that their inventories include other important questions. Was I good to myself today? Did I do something for someone else and expect nothing in return? Have I reaffirmed my faith in a loving higher power? Step 10 is a maintenance step of the NA program. The 10th step helps us to continue living comfortably in recovery. Just for today, I will remember to review my day. If I have harmed anyone, I will make my amends. I will think about how I can act differently. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's beautiful. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. How are you doing with that? That is a good explanation of the 10th step. People do ask different questions, and I do recommend living the program so that you can grab a couple that work for you. The 10th step inventory does not have to be 5-6 page long inventory, right? But it does need to have a few questions in there that you're going to analyze at the end of every day. And I think the questions here are just perfect. So if you want to title this page in your journal this week as 10th step questions, all right? And I want you to come up with, and I really want to say 3. 3 is such a good number. I want you to come up with 3 questions that you can answer, okay? Because the 10th step here, we continue to take personal inventory. Why does it say continued? Because it's ongoing. At some point in time, you start to take a personal inventory, which would be your 4th step. And now it's saying you continue. So in the spirit of that 4th step, we're not doing it over our whole lives like we did with the 4th step here. We're doing it with today, the day that has just passed by, or since the last time that you did it, right? If you're a person that does this continually throughout the day, then you probably may not have a lot on there by the time you reach the end of the day. But if you're a person that just does this once a week, then you probably are accumulating some offenses, right? Where you did something and you need to start improving in how you handle yourself in those situations. And so you may have more. But if you do it every other day, that would be reasonable as well. But we do have time. Don't have 10 minutes to sit and think. We think about our day anyway, but this is recording. We continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admit it. Have you ever had someone come up to you and say, or call you or text you, "I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I just want you to know that I would never purposefully hurt you"? Why are they saying that? They're saying that because they can tell by your lack of responses, your thumbs up nowadays are considered to be rude, right? Right. Or by all the caps you use when you text them back. They can tell something's not right, but they're not really sure what. And they don't have really the courage to be that direct and specific about what it is. And they honestly, sincerely may not know, but for the most part, people can tell when they've done something wrong and what it is, what they need to. It could just be snippety, just a short, tart answer that was not, the person did not deserve that. And if you're surrounded with people that love you and are not afraid of you, that you have power over, right? They love you and respect you mutually. They'll be like, "What was that about? That had so much shade on it. When you said that, that had a lot of shade. What's going on?" Right? Like, "Oh my goodness, are we doing that today? Oh, you are one of them kind of moves," right? So if you're surrounded by people that really love you, they'll check you, right? And it won't be weighty. You won't get offended by it. You'll just be like, "Yeah, I am kind of snippety today." Right? When you do your 10th step inventory, that's what you're looking at. Just 3 questions. I want you to write 3 questions that you're willing to consider that would get you straight to the point. And some of them are, was I good to myself today? Did I do something for someone else and expect nothing in return? Have I affirmed my faith in a loving higher power? Where was I wrong? How can I do it better next time? Do I need to make amends to anyone as a result of my actions today? I like that. I like that. Those questions are good questions. That's more than three, but you can pick two of them that, you can pick two of them that you create out of all of these questions, but you can keep it simple. Did I do anything wrong today? Have I harmed anyone directly or indirectly? How can I do better next time? And what were the positives of my day? Right? You don't ever just want to focus on the negative. You always got to bring that positive energy. Well, you know what? I think I'm done with that. I think that I have addressed everything in here that I believe is important. And I personally am not a person that can go all day if I know that I have done something or said something. I am a person that wants to keep my day free, right? I want to keep the energy of the day free. And a lot of people get annoyed with me because I am a person, spiritually sensitive individual, and I don't have a problem asking you, are you all right? I feel like there was something going on when we were talking about that. What's that about? I feel like that you didn't expect for me to respond the way that I did, and I want to make sure. I want to make sure you know that I would never try to hurt you, right? And that if you didn't like the truth of what I was saying, maybe it was the way that I said it, right? I don't have any problem having those kind of I hate confrontation now. Don't think that I like confrontation just because I said that, right? Most people don't like confrontation. Some people are really good at confrontation. I'm not a person that enjoys confrontation, but I love my peace more than I'm worried about my uncomfortability when I'm dealing with confrontation. I'm more interested in my peace. My connectedness to God is not going to be hindered because of some error in a relationship or how I've performed in a relationship, right? How I've acted in a relationship. I'm not going to risk my ability to freely pray, right? I'm not going to do that one. So it has to be important to you. And if it's not important to you to keep your spirit free, why isn't it? That's what I want to know. Why would it not be? Okay. You want it to be free. All right. Well, have a beautiful day. And I'm going to be talking to you shortly with the spiritual principle a day in a meditation. And pretty soon, I'm not really certain, but pretty soon, I am going to start adding one other meditation. Okay. So I'm looking forward to your responses. Get a hold of me at recoveryofhope21 at gmail.com. I will be talking to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.